As per the National Park Service, a shift in the weather fanned flames in the Sequoia National Park in the Sierra Nevada on Friday. Two lightning-sparked wildfires in California have now merged and made a run to the edge of a grove of ancient sequoias. This happened as they tried to protect the world's largest tree by wrapping its base in protective foil. As per the National Park Service, a shift in the weather fanned flames in the Sequoia National Park in the Sierra Nevada on Friday. The flames reached the westernmost tip of the giant forest, where it scorched a grouping of sequoias known as the Four Guardsmen. This further led to entrance to the grove of 2,000 sequoias. The firefighters wrapped the base of the General Sherman tree in fire-resistant aluminium of the type used in wildland firefighter emergency shelters and to protect historic wooden buildings. Fire spokeswoman Katie Hooper said that it was not immediately known how the Four Guardsmen, which received the same treatment. According to the National Park Service, the General Sherman tree is the largest in the world by volume, at 52,508 cubic feet. It is 275 feet high and has a circumference of 103 feet at ground level. Encapsulated by a thick protective bark with towering canopies that tend to extend far from flames, the trees are physically adapted to survive fire. Fire heats their cones and prompts them to open, releasing copious seeds on an ash substrate created by the fire that's ideal for germination. It's estimated that each enormous tree has 13,000 cones and that each of those cones contains 200 seeds, equating to roughly 2.6 million seeds per tree. Often when a fire occurs, it's recorded as a scar within the tree, York said. Because sequoias can live for more than 3,000 years, examinations of trees have revealed long, detailed records showing that the trees historically experienced fires once every 10 years on average. Their strategy is to keep surviving through all of these fires and eventually have a lot of success in reproduction, York said. Not every fire results in a successful new crop. Conditions, including drought, can stymie reproduction. And now there are unknowns as climate change alters the frequency, severity, and seasonality of fire. In my mind, the really important question is, are these trees adapted to the new fire regime and the new climate? York said. And, arguably, they are not adapted to a high-severity fire regime. Indeed, many of the fearsome blazes in California this year have not burned at low intensity. Fueled by strong winds and dry vegetation, the fires have released extreme amounts of energy. Still, officials have championed prescribed burns for successfully clearing much of the understory and overgrowth that can act as fuel for the fires, crediting the work with protecting the giant forest from the 150,000-acre Rough Fire in 2015. Still, devastation would not be without precedent, as the Castle Fire proved last year. What's more, firefighters on the KNP complex are battling challenging topography. Though the giant forest sits on something like a plateau, the nearby area where the fire is burning is steep, rocky and replete with drainages, making it difficult for crews to get ahead of the flames, officials said. Resources are also spread thin, as the nearby Windy Fire, just south of the KNP complex, has grown to more than 2,500 acres with no containment. It has crept into a sequoia grove, although officials have not yet been able to get close enough to assess any damage. During a community meeting Tuesday night, Sequoia and Kings Canyon National Parks supped. Clay Jordan called the KNP complex a very high priority and said federal and state resources had been assigned to the blaze. I will advise you upfront that the fire behavior we've been seeing across the West with this period of drought has made these fires less predictable, Jordan said. When we talk about crystal balls, what's the fire going to do? That's a really tough question for us to answer. Some residents and champions of the massive trees said they will be watching anxiously to see what the fire will do in the days to come. Outdoors enthusiast Aaron Greason of Pasadena used to make a point of visiting the Mariposa Grove of giant sequoias during frequent visits to Yosemite. He described the sequoias, along with similarly towering redwoods, as sacred. The 44-year-old has been too shaken to return to the grove since a windstorm this year knocked down at least 15 of the stately trees, and she has been rattled by reports that wildfires are threatening more of the giants.